everybody would be transgender, and it would be perfect if women had just been in charge. This lawsuit speaks to what's going on in American culture. Women placed in all of these different work environments, installed in leadership positions, all to feminize American culture. Women can do what men are supposed to do. Women can do what men did. And if women had been in charge in 1776, do you understand how much better America would be?
Charlie allegedly is sleeping with Joy Taylor and Emanuel Acho.
Why don't we bring in Oprah Winfrey's sex toy plaything, Emanuel Acho? Got all these men in high up positions that are scared to death of black girl magic. You want these positions, hop on board with this matriarchal baby mama, black girl magic culture. Hop on board with feminism. Dave Portnoy, no common sense here, no biblical wisdom here. Dave Portnoy, and again, I'm not saying this to disparage, I'm just speaking factually. He's a sexual degenerate that, can't tame his lust for young women and probably enjoys being empowered at Barstool and the offers that he gets from young women that would love to work at Barstool or love to benefit financially from Dave Portnoy. Let's play shot number 7, Marcellus, on how the makeup room is a setup for failure and sexual innuendo. Play shot 7.
It's because that's the breeding ground for all these salacious relationships. Everywhere I've worked, and you can look it up. You can just literally type in network, makeup artist, blah, blah, blah. It's an intimate environment. She's right in your face. And I've seen it go both ways. The players, or the former players, or the announcer, the host, whoever the guest is going in there ready to mac, ready to holler. It could be that person. It could be the makeup artist who is, she knows how close in the proximity she is to some access, some success. She knows how powerful these figures are, And I've also seen it where you come in and you're just not even tripping. But you guys see each other 5 times a week, multiple times a day. She ain't ugly, you ain't either. You got $5, she got $4. Y'all kicking it. And it turns into something. I've seen it every single level. This one specifically, I can't pin down on Skip Bayless. That's a lot of money for something that's free online. I'm gonna say that again. But over 7 years, as is alleged, things are different. I'm looking at my history and I'm looking at the history of a lot of other talents on that network a lot differently, in a really bad way. Taylor versus sleeping with Charlie Dixon and Emanuel Acho versus an example like mine unlocks a lot.
That's the same thought I had reading the lawsuit in terms of the timing when Joy Taylor connected with Emanuel Acho. The hairstylist says this is around February or March of 2020, right at the beginning of COVID. And that's right at the time when there was a pivot of the negotiations. Play the clip.
And Emanuel Acho, who comes from a 3-4 year playing career that he even says was a little below standard, a little subpar, but he becomes uncomfortable conversation guy, Oprah Winfrey guy, plugged media star. This is co-host a show with me, co-host a show with Joy, co-host a show now with another ensemble, does a Saturday show, does other shows, HBO Max, I've seen, etc. Interesting. I hear you, Cat Williams. Stop it. Stop. Not right now. I don't need another cat. Don't be calling me.
He's calling him installed, and he is. And he went through the Oprah Winfrey feminist brainwashing camp, and that's what he does. And that's why he was banging Joy Taylor and pumping out videos about Joy Taylor and Black Girl Magic and how awesome she is. And, you know, it's a bat signal to all of these men, particularly black men, getting crossways with feminists, getting crossways with perhaps women that have leverage over them. And it's like, yeah, get rid of Whitlock and the patriarchy. And that's what they do. And that's the last dot I'll connect just from the beginning to the end. This lawsuit that the New York Times so far is avoiding, and because, again, they don't know how to repackage or package this in a way that sells their narrative. And many of you men are running around feeling sorry for women, as if all the blood you shed in the Civil War, in World War I, World War II, all the blood you shed falling off of skyscrapers as a roughneck, all the lives you sacrificed building railroads across this country, blowing up mountains to build highways, discovering how to fly planes and all of that. Oh, apologize. You did all this terrible things to women. Apologize. You're an idiot. We don't owe them an apology. They owe us. And that's not hatred towards women, because I don't hate women. We should compliment each other. The system has made us compete against each other, and we're all losing. Nusheen and Skip were in so many conversations where jokes were going back and forth that, yeah, he probably did say, yeah, I'll give you 1.5.
Decided. The court's decided.
Hold for 1 second. Hold for 1 second.
Yeah.
So you're rejecting my argument that it's an off-the-cuff statement that has been recast by a lawyer. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to try without the details. I'm going to try to tell you what lawyers do. I was involved in a financial dispute with someone prominent in the media, and lawyers had to settle it. And I had a very good lawyer, very good, the best. And he's like, hey, I can get X amount if you do this, but I could double or triple this amount if you play the race card. Are you sure there wasn't some racism involved here? And I was like, I can't do it. Yeah, one of the parties involved, I do believe, dealt with me in a racist fashion.